Good morning, everyone. Can you guess where we are? The three amigos are looking depressed because I haven't run them yet and it's 6 in the morning. Yes, we're at the hut near Bridge of Orchy, in between Bridge of Orchy and Loch Dochard. It's been 2 months since I've been out. Weather has been diabolical. It's been rain, and more rain. Just fronts keep hitting the area. You can probably hear the wind there. We've got more wind than anything at the moment. It's not too cold. But going back, last 2 months we've had fronts after fronts hitting. They've had the odd nice day, but you have to be a local because it's an 8-hour drive for me. So to shoot up 8 hours for 1 day or 2 days together is just a waste of time. So I've been trying to get a little group in, but you just can't. I mean, I've come up on the spur of the moment for about 5 or 6 days. Sorry, I was watching Stella. And the weather's off and on. They're predicting rain, some are predicting wintry showers, others are predicting kind of miserable and mist. But I need to get up and just get a break. It was the nearest place I knew. I need to get the dogs running. One other thing, it's early in the morning and I'm going to start rambling, I know, but I took Stella for an annual checkup about 4 months ago. And the vet was saying, oh, she's not bad for 14. And I says, no, she's 13. And the vet checked on the records and says, no, she's 14 down here. So I was a fool. I missed a year off. So she's 14 years old. So I've got to be very, very careful with her. You know what I mean? Hence why her legs are so stiff and all over the place, poor girl. But she wants to be out. I'm not going to say she wants to go climbing mountains, but she wants to be out, These two have been getting so bored at home because we need to go out and do things. And they're full of life. And she's not eating her dinner today because she's, drank too much water last night. I don't want to ramble, but we arrived. I knew there was a reunion at this hut to about 4 or 5 o'clock. So I thought if we get about 5 o'clock, it's going to be clashing with any people leaving, so, and I wanted the dogs free because I had loads of gear to bring in, so I thought I'd leave it a bit later. And I got chatting to someone when I was walking the dogs, and before I knew it happened, I was getting too late. So I shut out in the car. Only took 7 hours, and that was with 2 stops, and I think that's brilliant. But it was getting dark. I got here at 7 o'clock, and by the time I loaded the trolley, it was about and this is at the car park, at Victoria Bridge. By the time I'd loaded the trolley, it was about 7:30, 20 to 8. Hell of a lot of gear to put on. So normally I get changed at the car and just bring down what I need. But what I did last night, I just chucked everything on the trolley. It wasn't raining. It was quite mild. Even though it was getting dark, it was about 5 degrees, so it felt quite mild. That's not bad for around here. Especially with the weather we've had recently. So I brought a hell of a lot of gear down, but luckily I got about 200-300 yards down the road, and Dominic, the guy that is running the estate at the moment because the manager left his job a few months back, he pulled out and he says, oh mate, he says, you want to lift with your gear? I says, please. And he chucked all my gear in the back and dropped it off at the hut. So wow, thank you Dominic, brilliant guy. So today, all I've got planned is exercise the dogs, cut some wood because I don't know what weather's coming. I've got some dry wood, some coal, and there's some coal left, I believe. It's in the same bag that I brought up. So I'm sure that's the same coal I brought up and left here when I left about 2 months ago. So anyway, cut wood, exercise the dogs, get this place sorted, take the gear back to the car that I shouldn't have brought down, but as I say, I was just too busy. One other thing, the main aim of this is exercise the dogs this few days, if I can get searching, I've got a tent, I've got all the gear I need. If I find a nice break, you know, I don't mean tropical, I mean just a decent break, then we'll go and we'll camp out one night near the slopes. Other than that, I want to test gear. I've got a new sleeping bag, new backpack, trying out my new coat. There's a couple other bits I've got to try out as well. So I've got everything, as you see. I've got my jackery and everything here. So I've got plenty of power sources, plenty of food. And I'm not rushed on that last day because the person that's coming into the hut isn't coming into about 5ish. So there's no panic of me getting out. So I don't know what we'll be doing, basically. But it's just getting down and getting some fresh air. So I managed to say all that in about 6 minutes, which is not bad for me, is it? But it's been just very frustrating not being able to get out. Oh, sorry, I'm just waking up, so everything's popping into my head. One other thing, I want to give you an update on this Neil Skinner, I call it story. You can call it case, you can call it whatever you like. This missing person, Neil Skinner, as I say, this is the person I've been searching. If you've not been keeping an eye on the videos, this is the guy. I don't know if I can get a decent picture against the light. There you go. But this is who I've been searching all over the months. I think it's been nearly a year now. It'll be a year in May. And to be honest, I was probably doing a bit of searching just before I ever started joining any group or getting in connection with any family or anything like that. But I want to give you an update later when I've got the fire going, when I can go through the facts and tell people, how can I word this? There's always more to a case, and I'm sure you all understand that. There's always a hell of a lot more that is not told. And me and my friend and a couple other people have been picking through it and searching through it, and we've gone over all the issues and all that, and we've come up with a load of different facts. And let's call them facts because that's what they are. They're actually recorded facts, and I want to give you an update just in case any other people are coming up to do the search for Neil. And, you know, I believe they need to know the whole story and the whole facts than just little snippets or one narrative that's being pushed, you know what I mean, which is probably not fair. But I'll go into that more later. I'm sure you'll find it very interesting if you're interested in this case. And as I say, there's never any attempt to upset the family or I'm just giving the facts. You know, if they're out there, I'm going to give them, you know what I mean? I always believe in being honest and genuine. So I'm sorry if anyone finds it offensive, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to tell the facts. But that'll be later, as I say. For now, I've got to drink my coffee, sort this place out. It won't take 10 minutes to do that. Get dressed, drop the gear off at the car that I don't need, so I've got more space because, believe it or not, you'll soon find it closes in on you if you leave all your gear here. Right, that's it. 8 minutes, not too bad. Right, see you later. Just taking the trolley back, some other bits. You're probably going to get a lot of wind noise. It is blustery. Hey, you too. Look at it. Stella couldn't do that. Rebel! Come on. Now he's got to get up that bank. Oh, he did it. Pretty steep, that bank. My hands are freezing. I didn't bring gloves because I didn't think it was that cold because I was in the hut. Right, let's take this back to the car and warm ourselves up. What they've needed. Us sensible ones are taking it nice and slow while these idiots. I tell you, there's some emergency gloves in the car. I'm going to be bringing them back. My hands are frozen. Just shows how good that hut is. I'm using mountain equipment Hotsy, is it a Hotsy jacket? I think that's how it's pronounced. Excuse me, a bit hoarse due to the weather. Red, I know, bright for the mountains. I thought I got to lead by example. If I start wearing greys and everyone will say, well, you're wearing greys. I know the dogs have got fluorescent jackets, but there's always a chance, isn't there, of me being separated from the dogs when we're up in searches on the slopes. So what I want to do is make sure I'm easily seen if anything should happen. But look at him, he's in and out of that water. No wonder they're not eating the dinner. Rebel! Look at it, it's not too deep. I'll leave him, he can wait. If it gets washed away, we'll pick him up later on. Right, to the car park. Oh, drop the bits off. Hold on, what's that up there? Is it called the sun? I can't complain. Yesterday it was beautiful though. This is how I walked in the dark, in a t-shirt, and it was mild. But I don't know what that means, because it could mean mild before the storm, or it could be mild and the weatherman have got everything completely wrong again. Well, bits are dropped off. Heading back to the hut. Next job, cut wood. Red, get out of that, it's dirty water. Sorry, she drinks out of the worst areas. And then she won't eat her dinner because her stomach's a bit icky. There's a river right next to us. Yeah, cut wood. Don't go mad, because it might not get bad. But there again, they're predicting wintry showers. So, and nighttime temperatures are supposed to be like 1 degree. And obviously if you've got a wind, it's going to be hitting freezing. But it was nowhere near that last night. So, I don't know. Get out! Stupid dog. I'm just keeping an eye on Stella. That's the main thing. I know these two could go forever. But if the weather stays like this tomorrow, yeah, we can easily get out. Along Stella's fine, that is. Go on, look, more dirty water. You rogue. I should call her Pooh after, you know, Winnie the Pooh. But Pooh for a different reason, because that's all she does. Poo or puke. I guess it's because she's small and she's got a sensitive tummy. Could be because she's an idiot and eats grass and drinks dirty water though. Right, I'm probably bouncing you everywhere. Snow on the tops. The weather must be bad. Oh, I've got someone coming. I was just going to say, because I've not seen no Monroes or anyone. Right, got to put these on lead. Stella went for a paddle. Sorry, I cut you off. Someone come around the corner. I was going to say the weather must be bad because I've seen no one going up for the Monroes, and it was 8:30 when we came up here. It's got to be 9:15, something like that now. And I've not seen one single Monroe. That guy, he's camped in the pine trees at Victoria Bridge. Car park just over above it. But yeah, so going on the forecast, maybe they're following the forecast that I'm following now. The Mountain Weather one, the Mountain Information Service, it's a long name, isn't it? That's saying wintry, sunny spells with wintry showers, which is perfect for us. That's nice. That means I can hike tomorrow. BBC is saying rain, 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 rain. So they got that one wrong already because it's not rained yet. Them famous words, isn't it? At the Met Office is saying basically this with cold temperatures. So I'll have to see. Right, too much yapping, isn't it? Catch you in a bit. One monster, two monsters. Three monsters. You had a... Oh God, look, she walked around me. Did you have a good paddle? It's going to freeze your joints and you're going to die early. Stupid girl, isn't she? Must be ice cold, that water. Not bad scenery in the morning, is it? I've seen worse. Sorry about the yapping dog. I'm trying to get rid of him. That mountain range is all in cloud. Not much snow on that side. Seems to be on this side more. That face towards Glen Tidway. Seems to have more snow. When the wind picks up, it drops a bit. At the moment, there's no wind. Typical, isn't it? So let's get the camera out. It does drop to about 4.7. Trust me, you have to believe me on that. There is a breeze, but you're not going to pick up now, are you? No. Hold on, where is it coming from now? Well, anyway, you get the gist. Yeah, it's going down now. 4.7, the feel like that is. Oh, 4.4, 4.3. Yeah, not too bad. You get the gist. We're getting some mist coming in, but we've had no rain, but look, dry. You're probably getting wind noise as well. I've chopped a little bit of firewood. I've got 2 bags of coal myself, 2 bags of dry, some kindling. I've also got some dead twigs off one of the trees that fell. So, can start a fire, but inside the hut, excuse me, dust. Inside the hut, it's not cold at all. It's only when you stop that you start to feel a bit chilly, but this is well passable, isn't it? So, if it stays like this, I don't mind the odd shower, but if it stays roughly like this kind of weather, then we'll be able to shoot off tomorrow. When I say shoot, we'll take a slow gander because of Stella. But go beyond Loch Dochard and get on the slopes and try and pitch up there. As long as we ain't got no crazy winds or no bad weather. That's if it stays. If not, we'll wait the next day. We will get out one day. It can't rain every day, can it? I'm tempted fate saying that. I was here in July, and if you remember right, it rained every day. So that's it. Took the bits back you saw. Chopped firewood, just being lazy now. Just getting the dogs used to it. Rogue's tummy's a bit off. I think she's been drinking such dirty water, it's set her stomach off. So, typical, innit? She hasn't been eating her dinner, last 2 dinners. The one last night and this morning. Oh dear, joys of having dogs. But anyway, so easy day now, and just see what happens to the weather and how it pans out. It might give us a tester of what's going to happen next few days. But what I heard, there was fronts moving in, and we were going to get hammered by one front, and then another, and then another. But so far, not really. It's gloomy, but hey, many times you're up here, it's always gloomy, and times I'm lucky. Sometimes I've been up here and I've got good weather or freezing weather, but clear skies like last time, and that's lucky. I've been here in the summer, and obviously you got the midges there, but not bad at all. I'm happy with this. I thought it'd be much colder. Right, sit down and relax for a bit. Rogue says she'll only eat her food if I bring it to the couch and she can actually bend her head, if she's got the energy, that is. Whereas these two, they get up and eat their food. Rogue likes to have it placed in front of her. Are you happy, madam? Anything else? Would you like an aperitif? Would you like a little brush, a comb, a little tidy up? No, I don't want to video that. Update. Not much at all. Good update. Rogue's eating again. Stella's okay. Doesn't look too bad. The hut looks a mess, but that's normal for us, as long as it's organised mess. I've got chicken tikka with rice in a bit. It's 12, I don't know if you can see that, 12:15. Oh, it's not too cold out. It started to drizzle, but I think it's mountain mist more than rain. And I'm being lazy, and I'm absolutely enjoying it. Just chatting to a lovely guy that come off, he didn't go all the way up to the summit of Loch Dochard. He went up to see the waterfalls and video them and take some drone footage. He lives in a camper van, but he's one of these like nomads. Doesn't mix with all the others, you know, and kind of get caught in the convoys and all that. He likes his own space and peace and tranquility as such, and he's always polite with people and friendly, and you know, and that's how it should be. And he was just telling the places to be in and the places he's travelled abroad and all that, just in his camper van or backpacking. Really lovely guy. So he went, and I thought, it was starting to spit, and I thought, if it rains, all the wood is going to get wet out there. So I thought, I'll cut a couple of big logs and leave them just inside the porch area in there. So if I ever need to cut wood, I've got dry logs rather than letting them get soaked, because the wood that I'm splitting down there in the corner really split well. It really cut lovely. And that's because the wood is nice and dry. But as you can see, I've not put enough fire in. You'd be stupid to have a fire under this. It's not cold. If the dogs look a bit chilly, I can chuck a blanket on them. I'm not going to whack a fire on at 12 o'clock in the day. In the winter, maybe, but not at this time of year. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I didn't tell you last night. Rebel would not settle. I think because they all slept in the car on the drive up, which is, supposed to say 7 hours, so I did well, but still 7 hours. And they're sleeping in their car, so they did a little walk up to the hut. But once we get here, I'm telling them to relax and chill, and they obviously had nothing but sleep, so I think they were bored. Rogue was whining because I think she had bellyache, and she seems fine now, good. But yeah, I didn't get much sleep because I kept waking up every 2 hours. It was either Rebel getting up or Rogue getting up, and they're just moving about. They couldn't settle, so I never got a good night's sleep. I did try out my new sleeping bag. It's a PhD design, so I'll show you later. And I know they're pricey, but trust me, I didn't pay the full price, otherwise I would have died, you know what I mean? But I can guarantee that they're lovely sleeping bags. I was so cosy. I wasn't too warm. I wasn't too, you know, cool. It was, and you'll see it kind of cinches at the neck. It's just, it's the kind of place you want to hide. Get in your sleeper bag and hide. I was on the cot. I didn't use no mat underneath me because, as I say, it went too chilly. That's about it. You seen the pack here? I'll show you that when it's filled up more. Jacket, the Hot Sea mountain equipment. Hot Sea, is it? I mean, absolutely lovely jacket, but it's warm. So if you're carrying a pack, you will want to strip off the jacket off when it's dry, because you'll overheat. But it'd be a great winter jacket. That's why I thought we were going to get cold temps, so I thought I'd bring that. This time I played safe, and typically the weather's gone mild. That's about it. I'm just waiting for my dinner. I've obviously brought too much gear, so I'll have to take some of that back through the week. And but no, it's nice. Sometimes it's nice not to do something, isn't it? It's just nice just to chill and relax and listen. That's what it's like. If it weren't for that gas burner on heating my water up, you'd have no noise here at all. Seen a couple of hikers. They had a dog, and that's about it. 3 people all day. Beautiful. So I'm going to have my lunch. I'll talk to you later.